Seems to me that 1989 was just a great year for video games. Games like DuckTales and Castlevania III Dracula's Curse were released that year. Also, systems like the Game Boy, the Genesis, and the TurboGrafx-16 all saw home releases in 1989. Another thing great about that year was in the arcades, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Konami. Growing up, I really didn't spend very much time in any arcades, next to none to be honest. However, I can graphically remember seeing that monolithic 4-player arcade machine, the first 4-player machine I ever saw, actually inside of a Sears store, believe it or not. Being about 10 years old at the time, it was just like, oh, wow. Just couldn't take my eyes off it, had to check it out. Nowadays, that classic arcade game has found its way home multiple times over. First was the NES version, which changed a few things. Later it was an extra that could be unlocked in the console versions of Battle Nexus. More recently than that, it was made available for download on Xbox Live Arcade. This is the version that I'll be playing here. I tell you to go get it, but Ubisoft's deal with Konami has expired and you can no longer get this or Turtles in Time on Xbox Live. Even 25 years since the arcade version, the game holds up pretty well. For the Xbox Live version, they made some new menus and such since the port was modern and companies like doing that sort of thing. But the actual game is still that crazy button mashing beat 'em up you've come to expect from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. Also, in order to preserve the original aspect ratio of the arcade screen, they put this huge border with the likenesses of the 2007 movie Turtles around the play area in the Xbox Live version. If you ask me, both the NES and arcade versions have awesome visuals, what you'd expect for a late 80s arcade game, and its early home port. All the characters are those you recognize from the cartoon, and everything about it gives you the feeling of playing as your favorite turtle from the cartoon. All the versions of this game I've ever played play and control really well, and on the Xbox Live version you can pick which buttons on your 360 controller you can map to the jump and attack buttons, which is pretty nice. One thing else about that Xbox Live version, which I think is great, is that you have unlimited continues, which is pretty necessary since the arcade difficulty is still intact. If you've never actually played this game, or even if you have, and you come across an arcade machine of it somewhere, like Barcade or somewhere like that, go ahead and sink a few quarters in, you won't regret it. Otherwise, there are other ways to play it, and although it's a little different, that NES port's still pretty darn good too. Hope you've enjoyed this review, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.